Germany's cybersecurity authorities have been criticized after it emerged they knew about a mass data attack on hundreds of politicians for weeks, but did not tell the police. Journalists, celebrities and politicians, including Chancellor Angela Merkel, are among those whose personal data was published online. The attacks took place throughout December, but did not become public knowledge until Friday. It is still unclear who was behind the contacts. Private chats and financial details of figures from every political party except the far-right act were posted on Twitter. The Interior Ministry says there is no evidence that parliamentary or government systems have been compromised, and it is not clear whether the attack was the result of hacking or someone with access leaking the data. The Federal Office for Information Security has come under fire after it emerged that they knew about the leak since December, while the Federal Crime Office was only notified on Friday. News agency Poland newspaper Bild report. President Andrzej Duda told Broadcast Phoenix that his team had already held corresponding talks very early in December with certain members of parliament who were affected, and launched a mobile incident response team. However, Dietmar Bartsch, parliamentary head of the left-wing Die Linke party, called the secrecy completely unacceptable and asked if the office had something to hide. Meanwhile, lawmaker Anne then said, "It makes me unbelievably cross that yet again I have found out about such things from the media even though I am a member of the Parliamentary Monitoring Group." The federal government's duty to keep Parliament informed still applies between Christmas and the New Year. National and local political figures, as well as some TV personalities, had their details stolen. The true extent of damage caused by the leak is not yet known, although Justice Minister Katarina Barley said it was a serious attack. The people behind this want to damage confidence in our democracy and institutions, she said. It is not clear who was behind the attack, although suspicion has fallen on right-wing groups in Germany, as well as Russia. Russia has been accused of cyber attacks in Germany before, including an attack on the government FIT network last year. 2 Scandinavian women tourists have been found dead in Morocco, with kids to their necks, the country's interior ministry said. Both bodies were found near the town of Imlia in the high Atlas mountain range, near the foot of North Africa's highest peak, Mount Dabco. The women, from Denmark and Norway respectively, have not yet been named. A police investigation has been launched into their deaths. The Interior Ministry statement said. The United States military says it has killed 62 fighters from the Islamist group Al-Shabaab in 6 airstrikes in Somalia. 4 airstrikes on Saturday killed 32 militants, and a further 2 on Sunday killed 28, it said in a statement. These were the deadliest air attacks in Somalia since November 2017, when the United States said it had killed 100 militants. Somalia has seen a sharp increase in the number of airstrikes and casualties since President Donald Trump took office in the United States in January 2017. A tally by the Bureau of Investigative Journalism reveals that at least 400 people have been killed in airstrikes since the beginning of 2017, far more than the previous 10 years combined. The latest strikes bring to at least 30 the number carried out in Somalia so far this year, compared with 35 recorded in 2017. The United States has a huge military base in neighboring Djibouti, from where it launches attacks on the militants. Mr. Trump gave the United States military greater authority in March 2017 to attack militants in Somalia. Traditionally, United States presidents have been wary of intervening in Somalia since its special forces soldiers died fighting militias in the capital Mogadishu in 1993, a battle dramatized in the film Black Hawk Down. No civilians were killed in the latest airstrikes, which were carried out in coordination with the Somali government, the United States military said. Alongside our Somali and international partners, we are committed to preventing Al-Shabaab from taking advantage of safe havens from which they can build capacity and attack the people of Somalia, the United States Africa Command said. Al-Shabaab, which is linked to Al-Qaeda, has not yet commented on the latest strikes. Somalia-based security think tank the High Royal Institute said in a report published in November that Al-Shabaab had been forced to change tactics following the upsurge in airstrikes. The institute said the group was now conducting fewer mass attacks on military bases, but attacks on government offices and businesses which refused to pay its taxes had increased markedly. The United States State Department, in its most recent report on terrorism, described Somalia as a terrorist safe haven, and said Al-Shabaab remained a threat. Despite suffering setbacks, the group retained control over large parts of the country, and the ability to carry out high-profile attacks using suicide bombers, explosive devices, mortars, and small arms. The report added, a popular tourist attraction has become the latest Chinese company to show solidarity with Huawei's chief finance officer, Meng Wanzhou, who was arrested in Canada on December. Shannon Mountain Scenic Park in eastern Henan Province said it would waive the $9.40, 65 yuan ticket fee for anyone carrying a Huawei phone. Ms. Meng, who was given bail in Canada, faces extradition to the United States on charges of breaking Iran sanctions. Her case has upped tensions with China. U.S. Huawei phones shoot grand photos on the mountain, a notice on the Shannon Park's social media account said. We wish friends around the world who support Huawei's success in bliss. The offer would last until 29 December, the South China Morning Post reported, but it was met with some criticism among China's social media users, who claimed it was discriminatory. Huawei phone owners are being offered other enticements too. They can get a 20% discount at a bar in Beijing. Seen in Beijing, bring a Huawei phone and get 20% off. Similar to this story, we covered yesterday https://CoQXL1IYPQLPic, Twitter.com Sokolov. End of Twitter post by @LuoShunji. At least one firm has threatened to penalize anyone buying Apple products. A few days ago, Manpada Shenzhen, based LED display manufacturer offered subsidies to any employees buying Huawei phones. It also pledged to fine anyone who bought an Apple iPhone. United States prosecutors alleged Ms. Meng 46 used a Huawei subsidiary called Skycom to evade sanctions on Iran between 2009 and 2014. They also allege she publicly misrepresented Skycom as being a separate company from Huawei, and that she deceived banks about the true relationship between the two companies. Ms. Meng, who is the daughter of Huawei's founder, has denied any wrongdoing and said she will contest the allegations. Life of Huawei's high-flying heiress. The United States has been investigating the Chinese telecoms giant, the world's second-largest smartphone maker, since 2016, believing that it used Skycom to bring the United States manufacturing equipment and millions of dollars in transactions to Iran in violation of sanctions.